Hi guys, I was chatting to somebody the other day about Lipo fires and saying that I'd tried several times to create a Lipo fire and it's usually pretty disappointing, not a lot happens. And he was suggesting that it might be interesting to drop the Lipo into water when it's trying to ignite and see if the water makes any difference. So we have a small Lipo there, little vape battery. I'm going to chop it in half with an axe if I can cut it clean enough. Well, I don't need to chop it all the way, but as long as I can damage it, see if that starts it going, and then drop it in the water in that little plastic tray on the right and see if that makes any difference. So we will see what happens. The first thing will be, can I be accurate enough chopping it? Right. Well, we haven't got flames. That is a freshly charged Lipo. We have got bubbles, but no flames yet. So what we'll do is we'll drop it in there. And we still haven't got any flames. At this level of zoom, let's zoom out but bring the camera closer. Focus, please. We're bubbling, but we're not flaming. Bring it back out again. I'll just put the axe blade into it again to give it an electrical short circuit. Just to see if that'll get it going again, but the answer's no. No, pretty disappointing. I should have done a voltage measure on it for you, but I can assure you that was freshly charged. So it would have been 4.2 volts. And no flames, and it didn't suddenly erupt when we put it in the water. Sorry, my hand's shaking, but I've taken it off the tripod now. I'll go back on the tripod. Oh. Yeah, disappointing. I think that'll do. It was worth a try, because you're always advised not to throw a burning Lipo battery into water, because it reacts with the water. And clearly it was bubbling underwater, but we didn't have enough power there to go nuke. Right, that was pretty boring. So I've got another 2 Lipo batteries to play with. One's still on charge. This one's freshly charged. We'll try the old nail straight through it trick and see what happens there. The reason I'm charging a second one up is we'll see if this one catches fire with the nail in it. And if it doesn't, and if we chuck it in the water and it still doesn't, we'll try the other one. We'll give it 2 tries, if you see what I'm saying. Because that one was pretty boring. Right, nail. No, that didn't work very well. It twisted. There is a bit of a spark there. You might be able to see that. Well, you might have saw we had a bit of a spark. We got some bubbling. I'll bring it up closer to the camera. Right, so it's gassing, but we're not actually getting flames at the moment. My take on it is it needs the sparks to coincide with the gassing to actually ignite the gases. That is bubbling down there. Just seeing if I can place it somewhere and try and stick another nail in it. Doesn't want to stay still. Can I wedge it somewhere? That just there. So, another boring one. Not really much point trying the other one, but I will, being as it's been charged up. I just had an idea, rather than banging another nail in it, which clearly doesn't work, we'll try shorting it straight across the terminals. Bit of a spark. Oh, puffed out that side, out of focus. So it's puffing. I've just thought of one other thing I could have tried, which was actually lighting it with a naked flame. Briefly. We are just briefly getting a bit of a flame. There we go. We've actually got the gases igniting briefly. I mean, obviously I'm using tiny batteries because I don't want to set the neighbourhood on fire. Yeah, all pretty disappointing. No doubt if you used a bigger battery, a 3S, a 4S or something like that, it would be more vigorous, but you will find plenty of videos on YouTube where you get amazing flames, and you get plenty of other videos where you just don't get the flames. You get the gassing, and if there's an ignition source to light the gas, then you can get the flame. And dropping it in water doesn't suddenly set it all off. So there we go. Just out of interest, I've got them all in the water, and that one is still just bubbling a tiny bit. Occasional bubble comes out of it. The others don't appear to be doing anything. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment so I know how I'm doing. And somewhere up here there'll be some links to related playlists. Thanks again.